All right, guys, so today is a very special day. Today we're selling the E36 M3. This is a 1997 M3. This is a 4-door, 5-speed manual. This car has 170,000 miles on it. So we bought this a few months ago. It might have been 4 months ago, I can't remember. We did a few things to it. I'm gonna back up and let Philip get around it here. We put brand new tires on it. We put brand new OEM sack struts on it. We did all the sway bar links and bushings. Actually put new sway bars on it, front and rear. This is the car that we finished the seats in. I want to pop the hood for him. This one is actually in very good shape. It's getting so hard to find these anymore that are decent shape at all, that aren't all rusty. Even though this one's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. Where's it at here? S52, like I said, manual transmission. Somebody's replaced all the grills, all the lights, like got everything right in it, right? And the color on this one is the black Schwartz. A little bit of a rare color, I guess. Other than that, what we did, air filter. The previous owner just replaced all the throttle body boots and the mass airflow. We did spark plugs in it. Coil pack still looked pretty good overall. And also we did the crankshaft sensor, which I had an aftermarket one in it that was not working out. So we put a factory Breamy one back in it. This car did not need control arms. The control arms have been replaced fairly recently. And I remember had a little bit of paint work done on it. We had Chatter Body Shop guy do it. We had a little rust spot here. And same on the other side. So he totally fixed all that, re-cleared this whole panel. And what else did he do? I think there was a little spot and a little deal back here. He fixed that. And over here, did a really good job. You can't tell at all. Real happy with the way that turned out. This one, the side skirts, everything is good. There's a couple things we did not do to this car. I just don't, our time's so limited here. We did not replace the gaskets on the handles. So whoever buys this, they could do that at their discretion. We did do the back dash, resprayed that with the fabric stuff. And we didn't wipe the door jamb out, but we need to wipe the door jamb out. And everything else seems like it's pretty decent. The seats are all good shape. This is the car. Whoop, closing in the door there. This is the car. We put the factory OEM, the stuff on the seats, the dye that you put on with the sponge. And we made a video about that a while back. And that looks absolutely perfect. I don't know if Phil gets you the headliner here. We did all Alcantara headliner and pillars. And a brand new aluminum sunroof panel with a switch cover. That definitely made the car come around. A, B, and C pillars are all done in Alcantara also. We'll do the same with our E36 325xi when we bring that up here to work on it. Other than that, we drove it a while ago. We cleaned it, took it to the car wash, cleaned it, brought it back. Did all the detail stuff on it. It drives really good. I forgot what this was, 240 something horsepower or something along those lines. It feels like a lot more. It does run very nice. And now there's no clunking from the suspension. Everything runs nice and smooth. So if you guys are interested in this, it is for sale. I'm not sure. Well, put the price in the description. We haven't figured out what we have in it yet. Price in description. And if I list it for sale on Facebook or whatever, I'll put a link to that too in there. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it overall. But now we're going to show you some lights we got to sponsor the video. So we'll be right back with that. Thanks for watching. So today's video is brought to you by HYPERLITE. HYPERLITE sent us some stuff here. And you noticed before we had these monster halo bay lights in the shop. We got Philip to turn around and show you, if he can show you. And Mike, you can hit the light over there for a second so they can see. Give the camera a second. So we have these 250 watt high bay lights. We have 4 of them in the shop. We put umbrellas over them because they're so damn bright we couldn't film with them. And then HYPERLITE sent us 2 more of these. These are 200 watt. And They're out of stock at 250. I said, that's fine. 200 is fine because we need them as a fill light in between these two big lights. The problem we were having making a video is I'd be standing in the middle and I'd be kind of like in a shadow, right? So these are all dimmable. If you guys are interested in these, there'll be a link in the description for these with the discount code. So if you have a shop, even if the shop's not crazy tall, you could buy these. They're rated by how tall your shop is and how many watts you need, right? So you can buy them all down to 100, I think even less. So you get just what you need. They are dimmable with the external dimmer. We bought a bunch of external dimmers off eBay. They're about $6 a piece. They weren't much. And that way it's not, you don't have to dim them off as the main switch. It's not making the switch hot. It has a separate dimmer and all that stuff. And we're talking about this crap. And I'm sitting right here next to, see a little remote dimmer like so. And it has extra set of leads coming out of the lights. You could actually dim these down. Now, these are, we've never had one of these go out. They seem to be very, very good lights, and they're on a lot. And how they're set up, if you guys don't know, you can buy many assortments of whatever shade you want, color you want, whatever brightness you want. And like I said, we have really good luck with these. I couldn't imagine going back to any other light after having these. And Philip, being the camera guy here, like the little shop, we have LED tube lights, but the frequency is all off. It makes the camera, the shutter roll. These don't do that. That's another good benefit of them. So these have essentially a hook that screws in the top of here like so. And this is what hangs the light up there. And then it has a lock on there. Not only does it have a hook, here's the remote dimmer I was telling you about. You can wire your dimmer right too. Then this has a plug, which you could use a plug. If you want to cut the plug off and wire a long wire on, you can. Our shop's wired up just to plug stuff in on the ceiling. And then it has an extra, like a remote anchor point. So in case something happens with your hook and things go bad, you can clip this onto a screw and it's not going to fall and hit somebody and kill somebody or fall through the hood of your expensive car. Which in here is not a big concern, but if you have the bay doors open and the wind's blowing and it's rocking, it's always good to have that. And how it looks is like this. There's tons and tons and tons of LEDs in here. So the theory behind this is it's not one big giant LED. So if one of these burns out, you would never know. And so it's actually like, I think it's called a cob light. But I think there's, what, 1,000 on here? I don't remember how many's on this particular one. I think it's around 1,000. And this is the newest technology. So if you guys do not have these in your shop, you're missing out, because this gives us the light possible, especially on working on cars, that they're aimed correctly, where we have almost no shadows in here. And that's very hard to achieve with LEDs, but these can do it. You can also get covers that go over the top of these. We had umbrellas on hand for our other lights. We use those. But if they're too harsh and you can't dim them enough, you could use that. And that's going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Links in the description. Buy some for yourself. This thing actually drives really, really nice. The amount of power is alarming. I think it really will make somebody a very nice car. A lot of guys don't like the 4-door, but then a lot of guys do all of a sudden, because if you have kids, the biggest thing is kids or your family. You go in the hall of one person, it's an issue. It's the same as the Porsche syndrome. A lot of guys can't get their family into Porsche, so they don't buy one. They're trying to buy a Panamera or something along those arrangements.